Welcome back to Sir Aldred of Gallowmere, Part 5, Finale. The world had wholly lost its shape around him in the most violent way possible. The village, the town square, it was almost unrecognizable. Even the people were as strangers to him now. They merged and warped between one another, each face one way or the other. Not that it mattered, not that anything mattered. Sir Aldred had all himself laid bare, and there was now nothing left to give, nothing left to keep. Sir Aldred gazed down at his sister, battered and tired from her ordeal. He leaned forward to embrace her, but stopped when a rumble of whispers exploded into his ear. He snapped his head up and twisted his neck both ways. Then Aldred made a cursory glance over the gathering crowd. He couldn't place the sound. A trick of the mind, perhaps, Aldred thought dismissively. But the noise came again, more layered, sharper. Aldred's eyes flitted around wildly. Soon enough, he couldn't make out the faces of the villagers around him. If it were even possible, their features had become even more dubious before his very eyes, melding into the foreground like thumb smudges through fine ash. His eyes locked onto a billowing shape of pale mist, barely visible, varying in transparency. Harold, but how? The ghost began to approach him, puffing through the bodies of the crowd. Now Aldred heard his voice loud and clear. "Awaken, Sir Aldred, I beg you. Thou hast neither kith nor kin here. Thou is the last of your line, you have no siblings." Aldred shook his head, looking frantically at the woman in his arms, and then back up at Harold's spectre. "No, no, this can't be. You're tricking me. You're the Wraith. This is my sister." "It is not," Harold bellowed back, the scenery around him flattening and rumbling. Aldred felt the figure in his arms slump, and then when he looked down upon her once more, she was a mess of rotting flesh clinging to splintered bones. Aldred threw the corpse away from him, and stood up spinning around and screaming frantically. "No, damn you, sullen thing, I have no sister." Aldred reached out his hand to Harold with a twisted, sorrowful knot in his features. Harold spoke again. We're still in the Cave of Runes. "Awaken to the truth, Sir Aldred of Gallowmere." Aldred threw his head forwards, and his whole body shuddered as he gasped in buckets full of air. Harold was there leaning over him, gripping him by the shoulder. God's blood! We are still here! Aldred felt the cool, smooth bite of steel in his hand and leapt back when he realized that the death dagger was now in his grasp. When,